Hey all, Rick here from Hamilton Sports Central, and I honestly don't even know what to think. So the AHL schedule came out today, and I will say, in 10 years since we've had AHL in Hamilton, I have never have seen something so messed in my life. So before I deep dive into the schedule, I was going over the numbers. So within, let me just pull up the standings because I'm curious to see. I'll just use this one for example. So within the division, we have four, six. That's eight. Two, four, six, eight. Let me four. Twelve, eight. So you're playing 61 games within your division. That is the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, division games are gonna make a difference come playoffs. But if you are, say, I don't know, a fan of the Boston Bruins and you want to see a team on the West, you probably won't even see a team on the West because West teams are pansies, and I'm afraid to say it, but I'm going to call the kettle black. West teams are pansies because, oh, I don't want to travel. You know what? You're professionals, act like it, suck it up, Buttercup, and friggin' play everyone in the league. Like, we never had this in 2015. We had 82 games. Now you take away 10 games. So now you go from 82 to 72. You play 61 of the 72 teams in just your division. Luckily, Bridgeport is moving to Hamilton because I just seen another tweet that says, and let me pull this up because I'm going to quote someone. It said, where is Stefan Rosner? It says, what did it say here? 14 Sound Tiger Saturdays is a genius marketing in what may be their final season in Bridgeport. So he's already confirmed that they're leaving Bridgeport. Because you can't say in what may be their final season in Bridgeport. So, with that being said, at least they will move us from the Atlantic to the north. And then it will really make things interesting next year when we have to play 61 games in the division between Laval, Rochester, Syracuse, Toronto, Cleveland, Belleville, and Utica next year. But other than that, so I'm gonna before I break it down month to month, um I'm going to break down how many times we play each team. Then we will break down the schedule. From there, we'll break down the new. Okay, so Bridgeport Islanders play Providence Bruins 7 times at home, 5 times on the road. Belleville 1-1, 1 home, 1 away. Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins 4 home, 4 away. Hartford Wolfpack 5 home, 7 away. Hershey Bears 3 home, 3 away. Springfield Falcons or Springfield Thunderbirds, sorry, they were Falcons back in the day, early 2000s. You have 5 home, 5 away. Lehigh Valley Phantoms, 4 home, 3 away. Rochester Americans 1 home, 1 away. Syracuse Crunch 1 home, 1 away. Utica 2 home, 2 away. Laval Rocket 1 home, 1 away, and Charlotte Checkers home, 2 away. Let me just double check. So let's take a look. So regular season begins on Saturday, October 11th, 7 p.m. at home against Providence Bruins. From there, they're at home again the following day against Belleville Senators. So you have Providence Bruins, which is the AHL team of the Boston Bruins. Belleville Senators is pretty straightforward. It's the Ottawa Senators farm team. Then the following weekend, Friday, Saturday, they play Providence Bruins again at home. And then Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, which is the baby Penguins of Pittsburgh. But they're out of PA. So right there, 2 weekends, you have 4 home games. Then you head on the road against Hartford Wolfpack, which is the New York Rangers farm team. And then they have a day, not really a day off, but a game rest in between. And then they head on the road again, where they played Providence Bruins. From there, 3 days later, they play Hershey Bears, which is the Washington Capitals farm team. And then 2 days later, to end the month, we are playing Wilkes-Barre Scranton Baby Penguins again. To start November, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in 1 month. 5 games in 1 month against Springfield Thunderbirds, which is St. Louis's farm team. We have a game against Lehigh Valley, which is Philadelphia Flyers farm team. 2 games against the Baby Penguins, home and home, with a day off in between, which is, again, Pittsburgh Penguins. You have Rochester Americans, almost a week apart. That is Buffalo Sabres farm team. And then a day later, you are on the road against Syracuse Crunch, which is Tampa Bay's farm team. And then you obviously finish the month of November home and home against Springfield Thunderbirds. You start December with a game against Utica, which I believe... corrected. Yes, it is New Jersey's farm team. The following day, you play Hartford, New York Rangers. A week later, you're at Laval, which is Montreal's farm team. The following day, you're on the road, so a 2-game road trip against Belleville Senators. Then you have 3 games in 4 days. You play Syracuse, Lehigh Valley, and Hershey Bears. That's basically break. Come back from Christmas break, and then you play 2 out of 3 games against Hartford and a game against Springfield. From there, you start the new year with a road game on January 2nd against Springfield Thunderbirds. The following day, you play at home against Hartford Wolfpack. The following weekend, you have a home or road game against Providence Bruins, and then a home game against Utica Comet. And to finish out that weekend, you have a home game against Hartford Wolfpack. The following weekend, you have 3 games in 4 days, 2 of which are with Lehigh Valley Phantoms, and the Saturday game is against Springfield Thunderbirds. The weekend after that, you have a road game against Hartford Wolfpack, and a game at home against Providence Bruins. And then to finish out the month of January, you are against Hartford on the road. To start the month of February, we are on home ice. We, as in I say, Bridgeport Islanders, against Springfield Thunderbirds. 3 days later, we're against Providence Bruins. And then days later, we're on the road against Utica Comets, followed by a home game the following day against Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Then the following weekend, we have a home and home with Providence Bruins. The Tuesday after that, we're at home against Utica Comets. The following weekend after that, 3 games in 3 days. You're at Springfield, and then a home and home with the Baby Penguins, Wilkes-Barre, Stratton Penguins. Finish out the month of February against Charlotte Checkers. Florida Panthers farm team. And then we have a home game on the 28th against Providence. We start the month of March up against Providence Bruins on the road. 5 days later, we have 3 games in 3 days. Friday night, we're at Hartford Wolfpack. Saturday, we're at home against Providence Bruins. And then Sunday, we're at home against Lehigh Valley Phantom. The following weekend, we have 2 road games against Charlotte Checkers on the 13th and 14th of March. The following weekend, we have Hershey Bears home and home. 25th, we are at home against Charlotte Checkers. And then Friday, we are at home against Laval Rocket. And then the following day, we finish out the month of March at Providence Bruins. From there, we open the final month of April with a home game against Hershey Bears. 2 days later, followed by a home game at Hartford. The following week, we have a game against Wilkes-Barre Baby Penguins on April 9th. 2 days later, we are on the road against High Valley Phantoms. 12th and 15th, we have a home and home against Hartford Wolfpack. And then to finish out end of the season on April 17th at Wilkes-Barre Stratton Penguins, and then 18th at Hershey Bears. The last home game of the season will be April 12th against Hartford Wolfpack, and which could be the last game in Bridgeport. So I know fans in Bridgeport, that's going to be a bit of an emotional game because you're leaving. Again, like I said, this pretty much confirms it right here. Like, I don't know what else. Like, he's a beat writer, and I mean, if Frank Salavalli has already leaked it out, this is pretty much summing it up. So, with that being said, for those people in Hamilton that watch the channel that haven't been caught up to date as far as changes to the AHL, not only has the standings changed with the schedule because the West team, again, I'm going to call the kettle black and call the West teams pansies because they don't want to travel. The playoffs have also changed as well. So, in the Atlantic, there's 8 teams. The top 6 make the playoffs, so the bottom 2 don't. In the North, the top 5 make the playoffs, the bottom 2 don't. In the Central, the top 5 make the playoffs, the bottom 2 don't. And then for the Pacific, the top 7 make the playoff, and the bottom 3 do not. So you're asking, how does that make sense? It's because they will have the first round will be the top best 2 out of 3. Division semifinals and division finals will be the best of 5. And then also, I'm sure the conference final and the Calder Cup will be the best of 7. So the way that I understood it is the top two in the Atlantic get a first round bye, and then the bottom 4 have to play each other. In the North, the top 3 get a bye to the division semifinals, and then the bottom 2 that make the playoffs play in the first round. Same thing in the Central. The top 3 get a bye to the semifinals, and then the other 2 teams play each other in the best of 3. Now with Pacific, the top team in the division gets a bye to the semifinals. The other 6 play the best out of 3. The lowest seed out of the first round plays the top division, and then the other 2 seeds play each other in the semifinals. That is how it works. Now, again, a lot have changed since I last saw an AHL game. But with the way that the schedule's gonna work, you know what? I'm actually curious to see. Okay, so we have so in the month of October, we have 1 Wednesday game, 3 Fridays, 2 Saturdays, and 2 Sundays. So that's 3, 4, 5, 7. So through 2 months of the season, between October and November, we have 3 Wednesday games, 7 Fridays, 6 Saturdays, and 3 Sundays. So we're gonna move on to December. So 7, 4, 4. Okay, so through December we have 5 Wednesday games, 9 Fridays, 10 Saturdays, and 5 Sundays. So through January we have 1 Monday, 5 Wednesdays, 14 Fridays, 14 Saturdays, and 6 Sundays. We're gonna go February. So through February, we have 1 Monday, 1 Tuesday, 7 Wednesdays, 16 Fridays, 18 Saturdays, and 9 Sundays. Go through this. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That. Okay, December. Only play 70 games? One, two, 5, 10. 1, 2, 5, 6. 11. Okay. 5, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. One Wednesday. Sundays. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. You're still missing one game. And I've gone through all. That one I don't know. Anyways, besides the point. Um. So apparently doing some digging. Apparently this schedule's been like this. So I mean, again, stop using COVID as an excuse. Put everything back to the way it is. Everything's back to normal. And just play every team. Like, you don't need 61 division and then 11 non-division. Like, even if you want, play more north. Like, these teams here play these teams. You know, have the odd central. Have the odd. Like, we're not in COVID anymore. Like, people, get over yourself. But then I will leave things here. We're now 32. With things the way that they are. I had but one Monday game, one Tuesday, 10 Wednesday, one Thursday, 21 Saturdays or 21 Fridays, 24 Saturdays, 13 Sundays. So, depending on the work schedule throughout the year, I will at least be doing Saturday and Sunday games. live stream. As far as Monday to Friday, again, it all depends on what my work schedule monthly. So I'll at least have 37 games live streamed, watch alongs on the channel. But I do appreciate everyone for stopping by, checking in on content. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notification bells so that you'll be notified once more content does come out on the channel. This is Rick from Central. Have yourself a great rest of your